currently and constantly experiencing fatigue, memory issues, delayed cognition, and poor concentration? Or maybe your hair is just falling out, your nails are brittle, you feel like you are aging prematurely, you are 25 but you look like 40. Or maybe when you have a cut or cut your finger, it takes like ages to heal. Well, these symptoms and more could be your body signaling you that the foods that you are eating are killing instead of healing you. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chop Better, where I share science-backed African nutrition, wellness, and lifestyle information in easy-to-chew bite sizes to help you eat better, prevent disease, and promote health from our African heritage. And for those who do not know me, I'm Auntie Z, registered dietitian and nutritionist, and the founder of the African Nutrition and Wellness Institute. Today, I want to share with you 7 traditional African nutrition secrets our ancestors used to live healthier, longer lives, and some of the reasons why more and more Africans are dying from preventable diseases like type 2 diabetes, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even heart attacks. So the question is, how did our great-grandparents live their lives? Nutritionally speaking, of course. What did they eat? What did they do? What are the secrets that they have that we can learn from to optimize our health even today? In order to answer these questions, we must take a look at their diet. We must take a look at their nutritional behaviors, their dietary behaviors, and their lifestyle. And with regards to their diet, the first thing is the diet was a traditional plant-based diet. When I think about our ancestors, I think about my grandmother and the way she nourished herself. Her traditional African diet was largely plant-based. What does that mean? It comprised of various small grains, grain cereals actually, mainly fonio, millet, sorghum. She ate a lot of dark green leafy vegetables of all kinds. She ate a lot of fruits like pawpaw, like guava, mango, pineapple, soursop. She ate legumes like beans and black-eyed peas, peanuts, soya beans, and starchy vegetables, root vegetables, and tubers. I'm talking about cassava, cocoyam, sweet yam, water yam, Irish and sweet potatoes, taro, and so much more. The second thing, regular consumption of high fiber foods, which we know to control weight, to improve cholesterol levels, and even prevent type 2 diabetes and some cancers. But today, our foods have been refined and ripped of their fiber content. Our people generally consume more and more refined foods, fiber-sparse foods, which raise blood sugar and cause constipation. Of course, our ancestors consumed animal products like fish, fermented milk, and to a smaller extent, they consume game, poultry, beef, mouton. That occasionally and in smaller portions as compared to today, where we actually see people roast a whole chicken and consume that all by themselves at one go. The third thing, they ate minimally processed foods. Foods that were minimally processed were foods that were low in sodium content. In fact, our great-grandparents relied on natural flavorings like herbs and ethnic spices. You talk about dawa dawa, crayfish, you understand, African Negro pepper, African nutmeg, and more to season their foods. Plus, salt was used very sparingly. No wonder we hardly heard of high blood pressure killing our ancestors like a wildfire. The fourth aspect is that they consumed a heart-healthy diet. Because our ancestors' diet was based on starches, fruits and vegetables, legumes, they used less fat to cook. They also ate lots of avocado, nuts and seeds, which are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and other nutrients that kept their hearts healthy. And when meat or poultry was consumed, it was a cow, a goat, or chicken which had been organically grown and allowed to roam freely in the compound or the backyard. The fifth aspect is that they use healthier traditional methods of cooking, which retain natural flavors of foods, and that was an essential aspect of the traditional African diet. Methods like steaming food wrapped in leaves, for example, making ekwan cocoa or moi moi, boiling plantains or yams, grilling and roasting fish or meat, as well as fermenting foods like water fufu and drying foods like dry fish were important cooking methods. Whereas today, our generation deep fries almost everything on a regular basis with hydrogenated oils that cause havoc to the arteries and the heart. The seed aspect is they had natural and organic methods of farming. The traditional African methods of farming was organic. Animals roamed free. They used manure as fertilizers for crops grown from seeds gathered from the previous years. You get? This method of growing crops and raising animals meant that fewer chemicals were used and the African people were generally healthier because of that. The seventh and the last aspect is that they did a lot of physical activity. They walked long kilometers in search of water to go to the farms where they worked long hours planting, weeding, clearing grass, harvesting crops. Also, they did a lot of pounding, milling, grating, washing foods like bitter leaf, which helped women to expend energy during the day and kept them fit and strong for a lifetime. Their children walked to school. They played things like hopscotch, jumping rope, climbing trees to harvest fruits, and were generally more active than the children today who basically play video games and just become couch potatoes. Whereas today, due to a rise in the level of income, due to demographic changes, urbanization, and an increase in the spread of fast food shops and supermarkets everywhere in Africa, there is an increase in the availability of convenient and fast foods, which are affordable these days. This has resulted in a shift from our dietary habits and lifestyle and a transition towards a more westernized diet at the expense of traditional diets and common staples. These changes include a reduction in the intake of traditional cereals, of complex carbohydrates, of vegetables, of fiber, but an increase in the consumption of energy-dense foods containing high levels of saturated fats, added sugars, and salt, and a more sedentary lifestyle. So what is the result? More and more obese and sick Africans with a shorter lifespan. Some developing African countries are already experiencing a rise in chronic diet-related diseases associated with the dietary changes that we have made. And we're talking about diseases such as cardiovascular disorders and various forms of cancers, which are so rampant nowadays. The World Health Organization even predicts that if we continue like this, Africans will be more likely to die from Western diseases than the Westerners themselves. So this is a cause for concern and a call to action to return to our roots and to relearn the secrets of healthy African food and nutrition in order to prevent disease and promote optimal health. If this is your desire and you need help, please reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram at African Nutrition Institute or via email at africannutritioninstitute@gmail.com, and we will be happy to consult with you. The details on how to contact us are in the comments area below. I hope you found this valuable, and if you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. And until next time, chop better, make your body the answer. Bye.